This is it. Today is the day. You are in the right place at the right time, and you are here for a reason. This is the Veterans First Initiative Telethon, and what a lineup we have for you. Huge thanks to Jay Stoyan and the Disability Channel and the entire Toronto crew for the amazing start to this day. This is the Chicago segment. I will be with you for the next 2 hours. And from here, then we will be going to Phoenix, Arizona, and their tremendous event, followed by Los Angeles, led by Jesse Moore and Richie Honori. And wow, theirs is going to be power packed. I've gotten some little sneak previews, and you're going to love it. Stick around. If you got to go, be sure to come back because we are here yet for the next 6 hours. We are 2 hours in to this 8-hour telethon of the Veterans First Initiative. So just a quick introduction. Who the heck am I? Why am I here? My name is Sue Roskoff. I'm a wife, mom, biology lab nerd, disability ally, ski show performer, and today, most importantly, I am a proud ambassador of Project Die Hard. I share this honor with my unbelievably amazing husband who has so much to do with all of this. You'll never meet a guy with more passion, fervor, tenacity, and truly the biggest heart for serving others. So thank you for all you do and for all that everybody is doing to make this happen. And that just got me because it's been a lot. It's been amazing. And you have no idea what's yet to come. There are some great things coming our way. I had shared a short passage from this. Okay, let me make one comment here. As far as Project Die Hard, there are a few basics with Project Die Hard. Number one rule is God will never leave this mission. And I was reading briefly this morning with what is today's words, and I shared this with the folks over at Forward Operating Base Rush, and the request was to go ahead and read this as we bring them all in. I am all around you like a cocoon of light. My presence with you is a promise, independent of your awareness of me. Many things can block this awareness, but the major culprit is worry. My children tend to accept worry as an inescapable fact of life. However, worry is a form of unbelief. It's the opposite of me. Who is in charge of your life? If it is you, then you have good reason to worry. But since I am in charge, worry is both unnecessary and counterproductive. When you start to feel anxious about something, relinquish the situation to me. Back off of it, redirecting your focus to me. I will either take care of the problem myself or show you how to handle it. In this world, you will have problems, but you need not lose sight of me. And with that, we cannot lose sight of what is important and why we are here. We are here on a mission, and we have 22 on our logo for a reason. We will be getting into that later. But first and foremost, I am so happy to bring in Brian Gibson with Project Die Hard, who's on location at Forward Operating Base Rush. Brian, so glad to have you here and on site. How are you doing today?
We are doing outstanding here at Forward Operating Base Rush, our first facility. Thank you and God bless to everybody that has helped this mission to this point. This telethon is a way for us to complete this facility and bring more hope to my brothers and sisters, the heroes of America. We are currently at Forward Operating Base Rush, named after Sergeant Courtney Rush of the United States Air Force. Right here. This is her. She lost her fight to the demon of suicide. Again, folks, our whole mission here with our facilities, our outreach programs, is to give veterans hope. That's what we do. We work with the resources we have. This is why I am so grateful to Jay Stoyan Well, there's this, and you know me, I'm good with names. But folks, we're going to be going live here again in about an hour, taking you to what we're working on next, the current status. We'll give you a little sneak peek of our kitchen that we have right now. This needs totally redone. And this is why this telethon is so important, because the blessings we receive from this telethon gets the work done. So, Sue, I'm used to our Monday mission where I ask for questions right now. What do you want me to do next?
What are the rules there at Farbrush and with Project Die Hard? I already mentioned God will never leave the mission.
Yep, rule number 1, God will never leave the mission. He saved me, a sinner, the day I had a 45 in my mouth. He gave me this mission. That's why he will never leave. We will never use the suffering of veterans for profit. The veterans we help, and we help with everything we can. When they're ready to tell their story, they will. Until then, you will not see them on our social media feeds or on our web. It just doesn't happen. The third one, no drugs or alcohol are allowed on Project Die Hard facilities or at Project Die Hard funded events. It's real simple. Scripture tells me not to lead my brother into temptation. What you may not have a problem with, your buddy might. So the easiest way I know how to do it is just not allow it. No leader has or ever will receive a salary here at Project Die Hard. Our goal is 90% of every dollar donated touching a veteran's life. That 10% has to go to administration. It's just a fact of life, folks. But we mitigate that the best way we can by working with our community support members. We're having an open house today for anybody to come and see. If you are a ministry, have a veterans resource, want to sponsor an outreach program, have products or services that could benefit us, you can become a mission supplier. If you want to touch a veteran's life directly, become a facility supplier. It takes a village, folks. Our goal is to place a facility in every state. Forward Operating Base Rush is just the first. And it must lead it before we move anywhere else. Because plans, policies, procedures, all must be worked out. It's good on paper, but now it's time to put it into practice. So please give. and benefit all the organizations involved in this telethon. Does that
Excellent.
work for you, Sue?
That's perfect. I knew you had it. This is what we do Monday nights. We are live every Monday night, actually doing updates. We do weekly updates with what's going on with Project Die Hard. So we can touch more on that later. But with that, actually, we got a schedule to keep. So we're going to keep on moving here. We will be back at Forward Operating Base Rush here on this telethon in just a little bit. So we look forward to getting back with you, Brian, and seeing more of the grounds there and more of the people that are there supporting us. So thank you so much, Brian. We will be back with you in just a little bit. And with that, I want to make sure to mention up in the corner here, you do see that we have a QR code that takes you directly to the donation page for this event. So if you want to know how to make a difference, that's where you can start. We need people, we need volunteers, we need all the things. But number one, in order to get all the things going that need to happen, donations make that happen. So please take a moment, scan that QR code, and donate now. And with that, my next friend that's coming in, oh my gosh, he used a phrase earlier today that is perfect. He is the master of happiness. I am so happy to introduce to you a man that truly doesn't need introductions, Santa Papa John. Santa, how you doing today?
Ho, 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 ho. Welcome, Sue, and thank you for that big, warm introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, get out your phones and hit that QR code and make a donation. This is going to be huge to benefit our veterans. And what more can we say? Our veterans, some gave all and some wanted to give all, but they come back and they're not treated with respect. We need to change that one person, one step, one phone call at a time.
And we can do that. And you know what? You are doing a big piece. You want to mention briefly here Warriors Beacon of Hope.
There you go. Absolutely. And I was going to change my background for you. I'll give you a little bit of update on Santa approved. Project Die Hard is Santa approved. What an amazing achievement that Santa's come up with to bring businesses and people on that are Santa approved, which means they meet Santa's criteria of being happy, of supporting people, of generating positive attributes to fellow men and ladies. We cannot forget the ladies, because the ladies were not in the kitchen. They were not put to the side. There was a lot of ladies that did give all and did help the project and are helping the project move forward.
Excellent. Well, Santa, thank you so much for joining us. I know we will have you back later because, sneak peek, we actually have a little cooking demo coming up, and I think you're going to be joining us for that as well. So thank you so, so much for being here and being the wonderful presence that you are. We will see you in a little bit.
All right, Suze, thank you. And keep up the good work. And don't forget, when you get a little nervous, sometimes you do because your hubby puts a little pressure on you, take a deep breath and think of many wonderful things that we are going to accomplish from today.
I'm so excited. This is amazing. This is massive, and you are absolutely correct. Thank you so much, Santa Papa John.
We will talk to you soon, everybody. Ho, 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 smile. Hey, one last thing, Sue. Everybody needs to share a smile with someone they don't know today.
That is a mission we can all get on top of, and that is perfect words from you. Thank you so much. Those are words we can all live by. And next coming on in here is Raksha Joshi. She is a transformation strategist and a veteran supporter. Raksha, so happy to have you here. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to be here, to be honest with you, Sue.
Wonderful. Go ahead and share with us what you are all about.
So I help women entrepreneurs over the age of 40 with mindset work and transformational learning. They get to create their life on their terms. And having been around you and Kurt recently inspired me. Why am I not doing this for my veteran sisters? Why am I not offering these services for them too? So I'm so honored that you have me here and we can get to know each other and ladies out there, men are welcome too, but I usually work with ladies. So sign up, sign up, open your hearts, open your pockets. Anyone is listening here, go ahead and let's support each other in any way we can.
Excellent. And this whole piece of supporting our veterans, what specifically is it that you do when you are working with folks as a transformation specialist?
First of all, what I do with them is I get to know them. I get to listen to what's standing in their ways. Because sometimes, if somebody gives you a form to fill out, you're going to fill in there what you think is adequate. But in conversation, so many things come up. And one thing I've realized is we all have same challenges. We just need somebody to hold our hand and say, you're not alone. And from there, we create a future that they can be proud of, a future that they want to create, and on their terms, not terms of what somebody told them at one point.
Excellent. Well, Raksha, it is so good to have you here. We will be definitely sharing out your info so people know how to get in touch with you. Can you share your website real quick? And then I've got my next popcorn in person to bring on in.
Okay, my website is Raksha Joshi. That is RAKSHAJOSHII.com. Let's connect, book a call with me. Let's discover what's there for everyone out there. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much for your time.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Raksha. We'll be seeing you later.
Absolutely.
And with that, we have the wonderful Don Crumlin joining us. Don is a 28-year decorated veteran and former commander, retired colonel, who has always been passionate about helping others and their needs. This lifelong love of helping others, coupled with a distinguished military career, has led him to lead and encourage others with better health, fitness, and overall wellness. A humble man of many extraordinary accomplishments and a true heart of gold. Please welcome Don Crumlin.
Hey, Sue. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. I appreciate it very much. I would like to say hello to everybody in the audience, whatever their connection is to this cause. It is all great and wonderful to be one team supporting this very worthy function and very worthy quest. What I would like to share about what I do is I'm all about wellness. So whether you're looking to feel better, whether you're in a weight transformation situation, or whether you're a weekend warrior, professional athlete, or anything in between, I'm here to help you optimize that so that you can be the best of whatever it is you're trying to do. Because we have to have our health in order to be available to do all the wonderful things that everybody has their specialty in. One of the things I teach is the simple three-legged stool method: flexibility, strength, and endurance. You have to have all three in order to be fit. So you want to develop the yoga people have a lot of flexibility, not necessarily a lot of strength and endurance. The weightlifters, a lot of strength, not necessarily a lot of endurance and flexibility. The distance runners, a lot of endurance, not necessarily a lot of flexibility and strength. You have to have all three to be fit so you can go out and water ski and do all these other wonderful things that people like to do. And whatever your fun thing is, whether that's tennis or whatever occupation it is, paddleball is a big thing nowadays. All of these things, you want to prevent injury, you want to maintain your lifestyle, you want to be happy. None of us know when we're going to exit this world, but we all want everything working as long as we're here. One of the things I wanted to emphasize to the veterans is that because you've been exposed, most likely, to all kinds of high-powered equipment, electromagnetic radiation, all of these different things, certain gases and other chemicals that the regular civilians are not necessarily exposed to. Over time, these things can cause a cellular level breakdown of things that you need. So the products, Sue has wonderfully put up both my logo and the QR code that will take you directly to my website. All of the products are all natural, all organic, and will help you get in balance with whatever it is you need in order to have your, from the cellular level on up, your physiology operating at an optimal level. And like I said, for those of us that have been exposed to a certain amount of things, I've been through a few things, Desert Shield, Desert Storm, Kosovo conflict, Operation Iraqi Freedom. We've been through a few things. And because of that, we need to do a little extra effort to make sure that we are physiologically sound in order to maintain our health and wellness as we go forward, as we get more chronologically challenged. I don't like that OLD word. So
I like the way you put it because, you know, we can all relate there and it does make a difference. Mindset and taking care of ourselves is too important to ignore. And your leadership and expertise here is so valued, and for all you've done for your fellow military personnel and for all of us around here. I know what good you've done, and that's where we're so happy to share you and all your special talents with everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, and
Thank you
actually, I
so
think
much.
we'll be seeing you again later. Go ahead.
Maybe so. Let me leave you with what spiritually thinking. Let me leave you with two of my favorite quotes. Your reach should always exceed your grasp, and nobody's perfect, but we can chase perfection and catch excellence. Thank you so much.
I love it. Thank you so much for being here with us, Don. You are amazing. We've gotten to know you a lot over the last few years, and you truly are one of a kind, and we are blessed to have you around us. Thank you, Don.
Thank you so much. Take care, guys.
So, and we have next in the wings here the wonderful longtime Midwest girl, friend of our family, Debbie Miller, who is coming on in to give just a few words here of hope and encouragement to all. So, Debbie, welcome.
Thank you so much, Sue. It's great to be here, and I appreciate the opportunity to help support our veterans. I love that you have that QR code up there for everybody to easily pop in and do their part. Being with Legal Shield and ID Shield is a great way for me to help offer support, preventative support, and even support after the fact of needing attorneys, but also identity protection. So I'm here to help all of our friends with those kind of things. But as a mom of a part-time warrior, I guess. Anyway, that's National Guard employee and whatever he's called. It's been a big support. It's important to me to protect and help them, our veterans in the future. Have a brother-in-law and a great uncle that were also veterans. So I love to support this group, and I appreciate all the things that you are doing to keep us all aware of what's going on.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us, Debbie. You make a difference for so many people as well. Glad to be able to have you here and sharing that out with everybody. We'll be seeing you again soon. I know we're the Midwest girls in the house. Thank you so much, Debbie.
Thank you.
And we do have a brief commercial piece that I want to make sure to share with you guys. This is probably the best promo you will possibly be seeing today. Hopefully you'll be seeing it more than once today, but this, pay attention, you're going to like this.
Rich, it reminded me when I told my mom at 16, I'm going to get rich. I've never thought I was limited to this, the cranium or 5'8". Thought is not a physical thing. It's out here, right? I've just been lucky enough since the age of 25 to be interested in my personal development and getting rid of limited thinking so I could have and create and move toward abundance and prosperity and freedom, real freedom. You're free if you create freedom for yourself. The mentality that really makes the difference is action. Think freely.
You guys need to pay attention to that one. Go on back and see that again because, yeah, revolutionary. I love it. Thank you so much. We do have another friend that is joining us. We have John Petro Sr. in the house, and I want to go ahead and bring him on in here. John, welcome to being with us. He's with Mill City Marketing MA. He is passionate about marketing just like everyone needs, such as this very telethon. John, how are you doing? I kind of wonder if he is frozen at the moment. Live tech, here we go. John, are you there? Otherwise, we will come on back. He is with Mill City Marketing, is a wonderful gentleman that you definitely want to get in touch with. Technology with doing things live, that's just the way it goes sometimes. Not a problem. We're going to go ahead and head to the next piece here. So let me grab a quick note for you guys. Sharing my screen on over so you can see what I'm seeing.
Hello there, everybody. I'm Mark from Reset out of Montreal, Canada. Thank you so much, Kurt and Susan, to invite me to this first telethon. I wish I could be there, but I'll do it from video. So just wanted to wish you all the best for this new platform that you guys are building, which is amazing to help our veterans. And talk to you soon. Thank you.
Excellent. And this is Mark with Reset It. So you definitely want to take a look at Mark Mathis with Reset It. He is amazing. We've been in touch with him for a long time, and truly what his work is something that can help literally everyone. So thank you so much, Mark, for sending us that wonderful message. And we're reshuffling just slightly here because our next one on my list is not in the house just yet. So I am going to go ahead and head on over to the wonderful Tony Lynch. Tony is coming to us. Come on, in the house. Thank you so much. He is a nonprofit founder, podcast host, #1 selling best author, and we are so glad to have you here with us. Tony, want to go ahead and share a little bit more? And I believe you're actually introducing our next guest as well.
I am, and it's such a pleasure to be here supporting our veterans. As Susan said, I'm Tony Lynch. I'm the founder of the nonprofit Memories of Us. I'm a men's grief coach, have been for 6 years, helping men navigate the world of grief, trauma, mental health, and addiction, and also homelessness. I'm also one of the founders of the Global Grief Network. I am a conference host. I started the very first ever Global Grief Conference 3 years ago. We just celebrated our third year. As she said, I am a two-time author. One of my books is international bestseller. The other one is about to be a bestseller. Also a podcast host. So I'm the host of the podcast, Grief Let's Talk About It podcast on YouTube. So you guys can check that out. And also, I am now the chief editor of my magazine, Grief Talk Magazine, where we share resources with people from across the world, as well as trying to make sure that individuals have that support no matter where they are. And so, in turn, that's turning into an app to make it easier for people to find that support.
Excellent. So glad that you are here, because that is one of those things. Unfortunately, when you're talking about military families, there's a lot that happens. Grief ends up being part of the equation, and to have resources to turn to be able to have some assistance that, we all need somebody. We don't know how to process all these things ourselves, and grateful that you do what you do.
Well, the part of that work is making sure that these men have a safe space to be able to come and be surrounded by other men that have experienced or are experiencing the same type of things. It helps us be more vulnerable, but also helps us connect in a more deeper way, to aid in our healing, right? Because it's bigger than just a support. There's a brotherhood that comes behind that and beyond that, right? Because those people become lifelong friends and they become their support. They become their lifeline when they're struggling. So for those vets out there, it's a space for those vets to come in and be surrounded by other vets and not have to worry about who's going to say what, right? Because it's beyond just that group. It's a brotherhood. It's a connection. It's the deepest connection that you can ever have as a human being.
Excellent. And if you can go ahead and bring in our next guest, I know Christine's in the background here. Go ahead and give her some introduction.
Yes, it is my honor and my pleasure to introduce our next guest and my friend, Christine Bernard.
Thank you so much, Tony. It's an honor, and I love everything that you're doing to support these veterans with grief, because grief is a huge thing in everybody's life, and especially veterans. They have so many things to grieve. And I wanted to share something today that helped me and so many others feel calmer, more in control, and more human again. especially during moments when we feel overwhelmed or there's a lot of pain in our lives. And it's called snap, tap, and zap. So it's a self regulating tool I created that just takes a few seconds but can shift your state completely. So join me as I break this down. Don't be shy to do it with me. It's the best way to see if it works for you or not. So, step one, snap, breathe in. And then when you snap, it's not just a sound, it's a pattern interrupt. It tells your nervous system something different is possible. And it brings us back to the present moment right here, right now. Step number 2 is to tap. We're going to go on the sternum at the meridian, at the heart level, which is a meridian, an acupressure point that helps calm our fight or flight response system and reduces the emotional charge. And we literally, by tapping gently, telling our body, you're safe now, even though your brain is elsewhere. And our step number 3 is to zap as you exhale. As you visualize, still tapping, as you visualize the stuck emotion going into a spiraling train that will be burned in the magma, you can say, I zap this anger out, or, just let it go. This is where you get the opportunity to really choose who you want to be on your terms, because your amygdala, that part of the brain, is starting to relax and be less stressed and in survival mode. So let's practice that together, because I want you to get the basics of it so that you can do this. So choose one emotion that's not too intense for this exercise, lower than a 5 out of 10 intensity, maybe 50% or less. I want you to snap. If you can't snap, you can clap, and you can breathe in for 3, tap. As you hold your breath, relax the shoulders and imagine the train, and then zap your stuck emotions or fear onto the train as it spirals down into the magma to burn it. Simple enough, but let's do it again. If you feel safe closing your eyes, you can close your eyes, snap, breathe in. Notice your body. How does it feel? Tap gently, relax the shoulders as you imagine a train station, a train, exactly. And then zap that out. Letting it go for at least 4 seconds. What is the intensity of your emotion now? Has it gone down? Awesome. If it hasn't, if it's staying the same, we need to keep doing the snap, tap, and zap. If it's going up, it could be that you have underlying issue, and it's super important that you reach out to your support system right away. You can keep tapping, doing the snap, tap, zap. And snap, tap, zap is not a therapy. It's not woohoo. It's a powerful tool to help you take back your mind, your emotions, and your power anytime, anywhere. And for veterans who've given so much, this can be a way to finally come home to yourself, feel calm inside, and just be. And as Tony and I've talked a couple of times, and grief is really hard, and letting go can be the hardest part. Letting go of those old emotions, letting go of so many things. So if you are a dad, a veteran dad, and you want to leave a legacy of love and regain your present moment and bravely be the best dad you can be, I have a free resource to support dads and families, and it's called The Ripple Effect of Love for Dads and Families. I'm live weekdays. You can find me on my YouTube channel for all the episodes to enjoy. So I hope you find what helps you keep hope in your heart. And I wish you all the best on your journey to living the best life that you can. Thank you very much. Oh, I can't hear Sue. Can you hear Sue? Sue, I can't hear you.
Thank you for doing that.
Okay.
And my bad. Thank you so much for being here, trying to manage all the things, right? So again,
Yep.
you guys are awesome. What you've done, I know what you do helps. I've talked to people who this has made a difference. Thank you for what you do, Christine.
My pleasure.
And joining us now from Bravehearts TV, we've got two wonderful people joining us here. We have Sherry Sarver Johnson joining us, along with Brian Reinbold. Bravehearts TV is something that we are partnered with, and they value the great content that fits right in line with what we are doing, with what we're aiming to do with our veterans. So, if you want to go ahead and tell us a bit more about what is Bravehearts TV.
Absolutely. I don't know who's supposed to talk first, but I'd just like to say,
Sherry.
Sue, thank you so much for having us today. It's a wonderful thing that you're doing. And, you know, I believe I speak for everyone on here. We just appreciate our veterans so much. And it's a privilege to do anything in conjunction with this initiative. And again, we're from Bravehearts TV. We focus on inspiring, educational, and empowering messages. And we have many, I think we're up to 25 different programs now that are there to bring us all up and give us hope and just so many things. But what I'd like to talk about today is we have a new show coming out called The Heart of a Warrior. And if that's not fitting for the veterans, I don't know what is. And we would love to invite any that would like to have their story broadcast out over Roku or Amazon to go ahead over to the link. I believe, do I need to put that in, Sue, or do you have it?
We will share that out.
Okay.
We'll make sure to get that shared out.
Wonderful. Oh, I see you got the QR code. Wonderful. Yeah, just head on over there, give us your story, and we're going to start recording in July, if all goes as planned, and hopefully have some of these wonderful stories coming out this fall. And thanks again, Sue.
Awesome. Thank
Brian,
you,
would you like to say something?
Well, you know, sometimes I get asked, you know, about why Bravehearts, you know, why that name, and we use the idea of Braveheart as anyone with the courage and purpose to be of service to others, and that's the idea that Sherry is promoting with the Bravehearts television network and the programming there. Those that have the courage and purpose to serve others. And we really believe that doing good anywhere does good everywhere. So when you improve on one area of life, it makes all of life better. When you know, when with the Bravehearts for Kids, it's a children's cancer charity, and we know that when a kid gets sick, the whole family becomes unwell. And we also have learned that when one member of the family becomes better in any way, the whole family becomes better. And so, like my little wellness wheel in the background, you know, all the different areas of life. If you get better in one area, everything gets better. And so, the idea that you know, doing good anywhere does good everywhere. When we work for a children's cancer organization, and we go to support a veterans organization, it doesn't hurt the kids. It makes the world better. And that's the idea behind all of what drives us. And I know that is the reason that we have this special connection with you and Kurt, Sue, because doing good anywhere does good everywhere. When we make one thing better, everything is better. And that's an important thing to be aware of and to realize. I want to say something. But Tony Lynch just mentioned an app that's available. He said is available, and I thought there's maybe a connection to work on there, because Sherry and her team developed a GPS-based app for families that have a child with cancer, so that they can find resources when they need help. And one of the most frequent requests is, I just need a ride.
Oh,
So sometimes it's
Wow.
something really simple, but
we
man,
can all do something simple, can't we?
Yeah.
I love that that is a reality, and we can all do something. That's part of what we're here today to do. And thank you both so much for being here. Guess what's coming up next? After Bravehearts TV here, we have a cooking demo beginning. So stick around.
Oh,
If you guys want
wow.
to head on over to our Zoom and enjoy from there, we have the lovely Angeline Gray joining us. She is an executive chef of the Maroon Cafe and proud supporter and resource partner here with Project Die Hard. Hi, Angeline. How are you?
Hi. Can you hear me? Is that good?
Yes, I can. You are good.
Perfect.
So
Hi,
tell us
everyone.
more about what you're doing and why you are here. Go ahead.
Okay, so let's introduce everything. So, good evening, everyone. My name is Angeline Gray, and I'm honored to stand here as a new member of Project Die Hard and a proud owner of the Maroon Cafe, a food concept that celebrates Jamaican Maroon heritage through bold fusion cuisine. As part of my commitment to this mission, I'm introducing custom serving entrance on our food trailer featuring comfortable table and chair setup where someone will always be ready to serve our veterans and those with disability personally and with dignity. This edition is about more than convenience. It's about creating a welcoming, respectable space that
And we are frozen for just a moment here. So yes, she is
the
amazing with what.
sacrifice of those we serve. Cafe into this. Go ahead, Sue. I can hear you.
Yeah, just froze for a moment there. So I know you were saying
Okay.
about the place that you are creating.
We are creating which is going to be launched this year. So we dedicated a special entrance for veterans and people with disability. Place within my art for me as well. So basically, what that is, so instead of our veteran waiting at the regular window, we have a special entrance for them and people with disability, and also we are dedicated to hiring veterans and people with disability as well in our food trailer. So that's one of the things that we were doing as well.
Excellent. Perfect. Thank you so much, Angelina. Give us a little sneak peek of what is to come.
So this is a sneak peek of what's to come. We are going to do some great prep for you. So we have some prep here. So we have peppers, sweet peppers, onions, and green onions, and garlics, and some thyme. And we have some steak over here. So when we come back, this is what we're going to be doing for you today. We're going to be doing some pepper steaks for you today.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Angeline. We will be back in just a little bit. And next up, we actually have Spirit of the Game. So that is on the dock.
There comes a moment. There comes a moment when we must choose between what is easy and what is necessary. Hello, friends. I want to tell you about something that began as an idea and has become a movement. A global movement of purpose, accountability, and action. We call it Spirit of the Game. You see, we've been measuring success all wrong. It's not about what we accumulate for ourselves. It's about the value we create for others and for this earth we call home. We're building something different, impactful networks that connect those who lead with those who need a path forward, coaching coalitions that give communities the tools for sustainable growth, purpose-driven causes that don't just talk about change, they create it, and a global movement of people who understand that true leadership comes from the heart. Spirit of the Game isn't just an organization, it's a movement of hearts, minds, and hands working together. Tonight you'll see what this looks like. Through our partnership with Project Die Hard and the Veterans First Initiative, you'll discover how personal accountability meets community transformation, how we bridge the gap between resources and real impact. If you've been searching for connection, for community, for clarity about your purpose, then this is your moment. The question isn't whether you can make a difference. The question is, are you ready to be part of something bigger than yourself? This is the spirit of the game.
And welcome, everyone. Barry, I'm going to hand it over to you to take over for a moment. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Susan. We are Spirit of the Game, and we are honored to be here to support this Veterans Initiative, the Telethon, the Die Hard Project. And we're here with one very simple message. To have meaningful impact and sustainable change, each of us is going to have to take personal responsibilities for the decisions we're making, both personally and professionally. My name is Barry. I am the chair of the Americas Council of Spirit of the Game. And with me today, I've brought a few of my colleagues. You're going to hear from Raksha Joshi. She is my co-chair on the Americas Council. We have the incomparable Jackie Zuccoli, the driving force behind the Global Impact Network, or GIN, as we call it for short. But first, we're going to hear from a serial entrepreneur, an advocate for social change known the world over, the consummate family man. He is the founder of the Spirit of the Game Foundation. He's a man that is always able to see the big picture. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Trent Simmons.
Thank you very, very much, Barry and Sue. Yeah, the Spirit of the Game Foundation started as a very basic concept from our first NGO that realized that for the most part, nonprofits are just running around putting out the fires created by bad corporate behavior. So we're like, all right, let's fix corporate culture first. Let's eliminate that win-at-all-cost mentality that is acceptable in a workplace that you would never practice in your personal life. But we very quickly realized that personal accountability was lacking in every sector of society. And we mean that both individually, people making excuses not to get involved, or dabbling, or doing just enough that they can feel comfortable with themselves. But it's also at a sector level. It's also the nonprofit sector that says we can't do anything until the corporates change. Corporate says we can't do anything until the government changes. Government says we can't do anything until the voters change. The voters say we can't do anything until small business changes. And guess what? They're all right, but they're also all wrong. We all need to be involved. Our mantra as an organization is that impact is for everyone. And the thing is, we spend a lot of energy trying to bring that message to people that A, you can have an impact, and B, you have an obligation to do so. When it comes to veterans, we usually don't have to worry about that second part. They've already lived their lives built around value, purpose, and giving back. What we want to do for veterans is simply help them do that more effectively, because it's really hard to transition from a structured environment where everybody's on the same team into the civilian life where it's a free-for-all. And there's a lot of veterans that make that transition and they feel lost. So we have, and we started, as you'll see here, with the Global Impact Entrepreneurs Coalition. And Barry's going to talk about that, but we've branched out in a lot of other ways. And this is our call to action for anybody watching this show. Please get in touch with us so you can tell us how we can serve veterans better. We have several different networks that are represented here. Raksha is going to talk about the Impactful Women's Network and also about our coaching coalitions. Jackie's going to talk a little bit about our international work and her particular passion projects. As Barry mentioned, I'm a serial entrepreneur, and I love helping people start a business that not only will provide for them and their family, but will also positively impact their community, that will solve problems while being financially sustainable. And I'm also very passionate about that same thing for nonprofits. We are setting up the Impactful Veterans Network as a support network. The U.S. doesn't need yet another veterans NGO doing the same thing that everybody else is doing. What is needed is greater efficiency, digitalization, and helping to bring these organizations to a new level. But That's enough for me. I run the global operations. I leave the Americas to our amazing and fantastic team there. If you want to hear about what we're doing in the rest of the world, please get in touch. We're happy to tell you about all of our work all over the world, 4 continental councils, several regional councils. We're even at the national councils and city groups next. But again, that's enough from Spirit of the Game Global. Now I'm going to hand it back to Raksha. I don't even have the words to properly introduce this woman. Well, I have the words, I just don't have the time. So I'm just going to let her take it from here.
Thank you so much, Trent. So yes, Spirit of the Game is so much more than what Trent just said. So go ahead, scan the QR code, join us. If not join us, find out what we're a bit about. Maybe somebody wants to join us and you can point them in our direction. So one of the areas that I'm spearheading is basically Impactful Women's Network. This is a network made intentionally for women by women, and it is to empower you in every sector of your life, whether it is professional, personal, whether it's just getting to be in a community, whether it's about connection. And the reason why we created this, and we have some women veterans programs also underway, is because it takes something, right? And we all know naturally women are born organizers. And yes, I'm biased about that. But I welcome you. I welcome you again to come and join us, find out what we're about. Let's partner and let's take this to the next level. Like Barry said, I'm his co-chair for the U.S. Council, and we are here to make impact in our backyard. Yes, I want to make global impact, but first of all, I want to make impact in my backyard. So, Barry, I'm going to let you take it over and go ahead and share all the wonderful things you're up to.
Thank you, Raksha. Well, real quick, guys, the statistics don't lie. Many entrepreneurs, the majority of entrepreneurs, are failing because of lack of support. So I encourage you to imagine a landscape in which new and aspiring entrepreneurs, businesses that have been in operation for some time, when they get to the point where they need support, there is a framework, there is a group, there is a platform that they can acquire the missing elements, whether it be training, teams, finance, expertise, whatever it is. SOGT, through the Global Entrepreneur Impact Coalition, is building the framework so that each veteran wishing to get into business can get the support they need. And that's basically what we're into right now. In my 30 seconds, I'm going to pass it on now to Jackie, and she can share what is happening in her neck of the woods.
Thank you, Barry. It's such an honor to be with this group. And I began to realize as I was preparing what I was going to talk about, something that I feel has never really been made obvious in the world of veterans. And that world of veterans has always been, oh, let's help them out. Oh, let's do what we can. Oh, let's work and see if we can do this or whatever. No, I began to realize this is totally the wrong approach. This is the richest resource our country and our world has, are these trained individuals. I work at the global area. I'm Jackie Zaccoli, and I am the Global Impact Network that works with Spirit of the Game to be able to bring veterans from all over the world, not just our country, who thank God has not had the wars everyone else has, but to give them strength and to give them fortification and to be able to realize the resource that we have in front of us called veterans, and to switch that whole formula And I do that through the pillars of literacy, wellness, environment, and employment, is to be able to tell the world this rich, rich resource called our veterans is something that we need to work with together to increase love, prosperity, and peace in our world. Thank you from my perspective and my working with Spirit of the Game and Project Die Hard and anyone else that would like to make a global impact through the skills of the veterans. Thank you.
Thank you, Jackie. And I forgot I was supposed to talk about our impactful youth networks and our mentorship program. We're setting up a program where we will train any veteran free of charge from now until the end of the year that wants to be an impact coach and impact mentor. We will take you on a deep dive behind the scenes of the headlines, specifically so that you can go out and mentor young people, because young people all over the country, they are looking for aspiring role models and they are not finding them. We need you and they need you. Let us help you help them. Raksha?
Absolutely. I'm going to take 30 seconds, Sue, and just share about our new nonprofit that we've created, the Regenerative Impact Alliance. This is really an area where we get to redefine what it means to create change. We are transforming the way people think about the resources that we have available. We're looking for change makers, which is amazing because the veterans community has some great resources. This is where we get to thrive together. This is where we can become partners and co-create the world that works, not just for us, but for everyone globally. Let's put our talents to work. Go ahead, scan that QR code, connect with us so that we can transform the way we communicate, the way we build communities, and the way we impact each other and take care of the planet we're in. So thank you, Sue, for this wonderful opportunity. And SOTG is proud to be a partner with Project Die Hard as well as the First Veterans Initiative. So go ahead. Thank you so much. Sue, take it over.
Awesome. You are all wonderful. Everything that happens with Spirit of the Game Foundation is amazing. It's worthwhile. And I totally encourage everybody to get on board. Worth mentioning, Kurt is definitely part of this organization, and the impact you guys have made our direction is phenomenal as well. So I can't thank you guys all enough. And with that, we do have our next guest coming on in and joining us. We have the wonderful Mike Raber in the house. Mike is the founder of 100 Million Strong, which is a member-based social purpose corporation. Its primary goal is to change the social and economic footprint of how many small businesses and thought leaders grow their business, while continuing to find new innovative ways to bring much needed resources, services, and educational programs to community-focused businesses. He is building a fully inclusive and collaborative community of thought leaders, professionals, and entrepreneurs working together to make a positive impact in both local and global communities. And it's been so nice to reconnect. We knew each other years ago and kind of lost touch and recently regained. Mike, thank you for joining us.
You are welcome. It's quite an honor to be here as well. And one of the, obviously, my stepfather, father were both veterans. Grandfather's plane went down in World War II. So our family has been closely tied to the military for ever since I was a young kid. And just seeing how it has helped me. But one of the most, going back to what Trent was saying, as far as the role models that veterans can have on the youth around. I just want to share a real quick story about my son. He's a freshman in high school, was a freshman in high school. On a relay in a swim team, if he was fourth. If he won the relay, they went to state. If he lost the relay, they didn't. They didn't go to state that year, let's just say that. And as I was walking up and I said, so did you give it your best? I did, Dad, but the one behind me, I didn't feel like he did. And because of that, we're probably not going to state. And after telling him that, first of all, that's not up to you. That's a different conversation. I watched, he went through his 4-year program through high school, working with various veterans and training him how to go from being a boy to a man. And now he's a senior in high school. Exact same situation. He's 4th in the relay. And if he wins, they go to state. If he loses, they don't. And I'm thinking, oh no, this is a replay of 4 years ago. What is this going to be like? What's the outcome? And I'm biting my nails. And he hits the water and pauses. And he takes off like a bat out of, well, we're on TV, so I just say heck. And he wins the race. They go to state. He gets out of the pool, just claps to his knees. And I woke up and said, dude, are you okay? He says, Dad, as soon as I hit the water, my calf cramped up. And I say, yeah, but the person behind you was a half a length behind you. Now he made up his time. You made up your time. And because of that, you guys are going to state. How did you do that? And he just smiled and says, Dad, Semper Fi, we're going to state. And I knew then the power that having that kind of surroundings around young people can make on the life. And now he's a wildland firefighter. And out there, in fact, he sent me a picture this morning that he went out in the helicopter for his first trip to fighting a fire, which is so fun seeing how the influence that our young people can have through the lessons learned, both within the military and outside the military. So again, I thank so much for all that everybody here is doing to support that. And one of the things 100 Million Strong will be doing as well is bringing nutrient-dense foods to various veterans associations within Wisconsin and Illinois and eventually across the country. So that's how we plan on continuing to show up. And thank you again, Susan, for being here. I know there's a lot on the docket, so I will be quiet now and pass the baton. It's been an honor to see you and Kirk and be back in your guys' lives. Thank you for all that you do.
Absolutely love it. You are the best, Mike. Thank you so very much. 100 Million Strong is going to be something to look out for. So keep in tune with him and with all the things there. So next, we do have another wonderful friend joining us, Todd Lingle with the CARES Foundation. He is a wonderful gentleman that I want to give you the chance to go ahead and share a bit. What exactly is the CARES Foundation? And you have your very own story of resilience and hoping to inspire others that are going through things that you've been through. Go ahead.
Thanks, Sue. I appreciate it. And thank you guys, for what you're doing here at the Veterans First Initiative. CARES Foundation, my mom and my sister were killed by a drunk driver when I was young. Fast forward, my mid-30s, had a shotgun in my mouth and almost committed suicide. And so that's where, with veterans, where we try to help kids that have been affected by suicide. And veterans, I just tell you, people that see soldiers come home from war that don't have anybody and don't even assume they have someone, just go talk to them, because that makes a difference. Because daily soldiers committing suicide went from the 20s into the 40s now.
It's amazing. Yeah.
And we want to stop that. And absolutely. And so please, it's not about CARES Foundation today. It's about the veterans and everything. Do go on the website and see what we're all about us later on. But today, donate. It's all about the veterans and helping them out, and thanking them for fighting for our freedom, because that's what it's all about, what they do. And giving their life, willing to give their life, and the ones that have given their lives. So Sue, Kurt, thank you guys so much for everything you guys do for everyone around you, Project Die Hard and everything. So again, it's all about you guys and the veterans today. Here at CARES Foundation, we thank you from the bottom of our heart.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Todd. Absolutely wonderful programming that you have, the CARES Foundation. Please take a moment and get to know more about what is going on there, because it speaks to our hearts. Thank you so much, Todd.
You're welcome, Susan.
So, and next up, we get to go back and revisit with one of our best peeps here. Brian is in the background here at Forward Operating Base Rush, and we're going to go ahead and bring him on in to continue with what is all happening on site there in Makanda, Illinois. Brian, over to you.
Hey, Sue and everybody. God, Spirit of the Games, great organization. All of our guests that we've had on today, thank you and God bless. I'm coming to you from the work in progress here at Fire Brush. We had a group of veteran volunteers come down for a weekend, and we started looking at things. This is where we've ended up. But I have to bring you to the corner of why we ended up there. This is why your donation is so important. We found this. Now, this property was donated to us. My brothers and sisters deserve only the best. So when you donate, those funds go to fix this. It takes teamwork. We invite the community to come to our facility and interact with veterans. Yes, we have experience. Yes, we have knowledge. And yes, we do want to take that out to the young folks. And that's what our facilities are for veterans to come get the help they need and the community to be able to come and say thank you in person. Sue's doing an outstanding job. Kirk is doing an outstanding job. Everybody standing behind the camera here, thank you and God bless. Because, you know, they're all here. They're veterans and they don't want to be on camera. Okay, guys? I told you, I will not put veterans out there that don't want to be out there. ProjectIHeart.org. That's our website. You can learn a lot more just by going there. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. That helps us mission grow. Because the more subscribers we get, YouTube will start donating to the mission. What else, Sue? What do you need?
The phrase that always hits my head when I'm talking to you is teamwork makes the dream work. The number of times you've said that, and it's the truth. Teamwork is what it takes. So that is what we're calling out for that action, to join our team, join the effort, and especially with today, with it being the telethon, donations make a difference. We are actually asking for that action step to happen now.
Oh,
and what
yeah.
exactly are you walking into there? What am I looking at?
What are you looking at? This is where the shower's going. In the room that's going to house 6 single veterans. But you look over here in the corner, see all that plumbing? Well, if the shower's going here, that drain needs moved here. This is on a slab. So this whole area needs cut up, broke up, so we can rework all the plumbing. That's where people's donations are going.
Excellent. And I do want to make a quick comment about our logo. The number 22 is in there for a reason. And actually with the next guest I have coming in, it's going to address that specific piece.
Well,
So
we know 22 is just a marketing number, Sue.
it is.
We know that one veteran dying by suicide is too many.
Got that right.
All right. Then thank you. God bless. We will see you in a few. We got one more live from Five Rush, and we're going to show you something amazing.
Oh my gosh, I can hardly wait. It's going to be awesome. This is amazing what's all coming together here today. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and switch gears here and bring in Dan Wesley White. And our next guest, we have Dan Wesley White. He is a singer-songwriter from Del Rio, Texas. He's a U.S. Army veteran and was a member of the Army Band. After leaving the military, he returned to school to get a teaching degree and now teaches music in South Texas. He has several songs on Spotify and Apple Music, which showcase his writing and singing skills. He blends country with Tex-Mex, Texas swing, and rock influences. He is an advocate for veteran suicide awareness and wrote the song 22 to make the subject more mainstream and help vets and their families. Dan, I am so glad to have you joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So you want to share a little bit more about where you come from with all of this and why this event and why veterans are so important to you?
Well, I meant the time I spent in the military, you make friends, lifelong friends, things like that. And when it's time to get out, a lot of guys and girls have problems dealing with the world in general. I mean, we join up. Uncle Sam trains us to do a certain job, and we do that job. And then after the job is over, a lot of times we're just kind of put off to the side. And it's kind of appropriate that it's this month because June is PTSD Awareness Month. And I've seen a lot of problems with, veterans that are in dark places and don't get the help they receive. Of course, the VA can only do so much. And we already know how the care for the VA is. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it isn't so good. And so I've noticed a lot of suicides going on the last few years. And so I went ahead and wrote out my song 22 to kind of bring that topic into the limelight for people to discuss. And we know 22 is kind of the unofficial veteran suicide rate per day. It could be higher, could be right around that, but that's kind of the number that everybody's agreed on, that about 22 vets a day commit suicide. So that's the reason I wrote the song, was to bring awareness. And hopefully if there's any veterans out there that have a hard time, they hear the song and they know there's help, and they know that their life is worth something.
Excellent. It is so important because it's still, I have a hard time wrapping my mind around that number. It's like 22. Think about a classroom of students. That's 22 people-ish in those. 22 veterans a day are losing their life to suicide. And we can't have that. It's not right. So I'm so grateful for what you're doing. And I know you said you would be able to share your music with us today. I'm thrilled that you're able to do that. And anything else you want to say before singing the song?
Well, if anybody's interested in checking me out, you can find me on Spotify or Apple under Dan Wesley White, or you can check my webpage out, www.danwesleywhite.com.
Excellent.
"18 and fresh out of school, living his life and trying to be cool. Johnny's world changed with a telegram. Pack your things and don't be slow. Fort Benning's where you gotta go. We're sending you to Vietnam. Saw things no one should see, all in the name of liberty. Several friends would pass away. Returned home a different man, wondering why he's alive in God's plan. Not ending it all was the only way. Don't let him be a 22. Gave his body and soul for the red, white, and blue. When his world crashes down, he needs some help to see life through. Don't let him be a 22. Susie was an ex-prom queen. Mommy and Daddy gave her everything, but her eyes were open on that September day. She watched the silver towers fall, knew she had to heed the call. Marine Corps blues were the way. got sent to Afghanistan, where an IED took her legs and hands, living a life with many surgeries. Times grew hard and bills piled high, disabilities were denied. How can she live with these injuries? Don't let her be a 22. Gave her body and soul for the red, white, and blue. When her world crashes down, she needs some help to see life through. Don't let her be a 22. Men and women who take a stand, protecting our homeland, away from their husbands and wives, fighting their internal fights with long and sleepless nights. They need our help to live better lives. Don't let us be a 22. We gave our bodies and souls for the red, white, and blue. When our world crashes down, we need some help to see life through. Don't let us be a 22. Don't let us be a 22. We gave our bodies and souls for the red, white, and blue. When our world crashes down, we need some help to see life through. Don't let us be a 22. Don't let us be a 22. We gave our bodies and souls for the red, white, and blue.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing with us here today. That speaks volumes, and I thank you so much for your service, for all you've done, for writing the song and sharing this with us. Any last thoughts you'd like to share?
No, I mean, just all veterans really need some help. And if they're watching this and they're in a dark place, get the help. Your life means something to everybody around you.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Dan. Again, this is Dan Wesley White. You can find more information about him at his website, danwesleywhite.com. Check him out. He's amazing. Such a good gentleman here. Thank you again for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And that again is Dan Wesley White, and we are back to the lovely Angeline Gray, who is going to be continuing with her cooking demo for us. Our very own executive chef, Angeline, come on in. How are you?
Hey guys, I'm ready. Hold on. Hey guys, yes, I'm ready for you guys. Today we're gonna do some pepper steak. So here is our steak, and we're gonna add this to the pot right now. Gonna get some sizzle. Here we go.
And I'm going to bring a couple of friends to join us around the table here. I got Santa Papa John joining us again. And
Ho,
I've
ho,
got
ho!
Don Crumlin joining us, that he may be able to give us a little serenade in the background. Man of many talents.
Hello,
Yeah,
Mr.
so
Don.
here our steak is sizzling.
Oh my gosh, you're making me hungry. I love this.
Hey, Sue, that gentleman that you
Ah,
just had
nice.
on,
Oh,
can you hear me, Sue?
Yes, I
we're
can.
just gonna make this nice and brown for all of you guys, and then we're gonna add
I can't hear a thing from the
all of our peppers in a few minutes. Just making this nice and brown, getting
I
to
don't
the
know if you
nice
guys can
color
hear
that
me,
we
but I can't hear
want.
you.
Yeah, Don, we can hear you. You're there. So if you want to go ahead and play a little, we can hear you.
Obviously, Andaline's making everybody hungry.
She sure is.
I was just going to give kudos to the gentleman that wrote the song.
I
That
can
was
see
pretty
everything,
amazing.
but I can't hear anything.
It's all right. Well, if you want to play a little bit, I'll type to you in the chat here so you can hear me. I have another friend that is in the background here. We do have the lovely Alan Holmes joining us as well. I'm going to have him join in. We'll be talking to him a bit more after the cooking piece is complete. But oh my gosh!
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Mr. Allen.
Now we're gonna add some of the
Hello,
onions.
Papa John.
We're gonna add some onions,
Hey, Santa Papa. Hey, Don.
and then we're gonna add some green onions.
Amazing.
We're gonna add our garlic, and then we're gonna add our sweet peppers. And we're gonna get this soup going for you guys.
This is where I wish we had smell-o-vision because I want some of this, and I know you're not near me.
And Don's serenading us.
It
That's
smells
awesome.
amazing. It smells amazing. Let me tell you, really amazing.
I love it.
And I just want to let everybody know this is courtesy of Brian, because Brian was the one that inspired this dish.
Brian,
our own Brian from Die Hard Project, that inspired this dish today.
Excellent. And while I'm off
so
on
we're
this,
gonna give this a little bit of time to cook down, and then we're gonna share in a few minutes. So
excellent. Well, should we we'll let you finish?
Give this some time to...
Excellent. Well, should we come back to you in just a little bit here as that finishes cooking?
Just 1 minute, I forgot. I'm just gonna add some fresh thyme. Yeah, we're gonna add some fresh thyme in here, yes. And you guys can go ahead and come back to me in a few minutes. And then when we come back, we're gonna play.
Awesome. Really make us drool then. And while my head is right next to this donate now button, realize this is what you scan if you want to donate to this telethon right now. It is right next to my face. I'm looking at it. Go ahead and scan that. Get your donations in now. That's what this is all about. We are here to inspire, to entertain, to inform, and to share so many good stories with everyone. Please do that next action step and make that donation so that we can all make progress in this Veterans First initiative. So yes, I will go ahead and bring Angeline back in just a little bit. And oh my gosh, yeah, honey, you're making me hungry. I love it. So thank you guys so much for joining us in this piece where we get to enjoy all the goodies there. So next up, I do have the wonderful Alan Holmes joining us. Let me give a quick intro for Alan. He is a proud U.S. Army retired specialist committed to mental health advocacy, and he is, oh my gosh, the connector man. He is, I don't even have the words, because Alan, you are impressive in all the things you do and how you connect people, and thank you for joining us.
Because I can't hear a thing from
you. Oh, yeah, thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Well, first of all, I want to say hello, happy, what was this, 6 months before the incredible Santa Papa. He knows every time I see him, I send love and thank you so much for what you're doing, Sue. And wow, I saw the incredible Brian Gibson, and as he gave us the tour and got a little hungry and heard music. Oh man, we've got Christmas early, just having fun. Thank you for having me.
So give us just a little snippet here with what you all do and how people can be in touch with the wonderful things that you're doing.
Well, as a master connector, I follow just a very simple thing is collaborate, connect, and network. I simply collaborate, connect, and network with various different resources. As a U.S. Army 13 Bravo veteran, I'm proud this great country has allowed me to provide services to introduce individuals that either they have products and services that either solve a problem and generate income. But equally important, I'm a supporter, obviously, of the mental health community and the disabled community. My proud wife has a mental illness, but I call mental wellness. And I know that providing resources of value is right there on my website there. You know, Your Destiny Begins Here. And I will just have people say, well, how do you kind of market yourself? Well, I provide resources that solve problems like saying generate income. And when I don't do the resources, I refer them out, like the great Santa Papa, who is always supporting the veteran. That's what we do, is we put everybody on the spot because that's what we love doing. It's not about me, it's about we, and just coming collectively together, eradicating poverty, ending mental health stigma, and educating on financial literacy is what I do best.
Excellent. Alan, thank you so much for your service. Thank you so much for being here. And Santa, any final words from you?
You know, people hit that donate button now because it's such a positive, worthwhile reason to do it. Not just because you want to, because there are many, many veterans out there who gave all, who gave some, who are still willing to give all, but they don't have the resources. They don't have the tools at their fingertips to help what they want to help with. So if we all donate a little bit, we're going to make these veterans feel welcome. We're going to make them feel wonderful. We're going to make them feel welcomed and part of the community, which is so important for our veterans, that we need them to feel that they are part of the community, that they are not being pushed to the side, that they want people to acknowledge that they are there. And that's the big key one right there, Sue.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Alan Holmes, Santa Papa John, you guys are wonderful. And next up, Inspire World.
As a consumer, you are buying things all the time. You may purchase these items at a store, at the mall, or online. At Inspire.world, we feel there is a better way to shop. Thanks to our revolutionary model, we are able to take the same money you spend and create a social impact with each purchase. Now you have the power to determine where the profits from your everyday purchase go. We create a free white label e-commerce site for schools, nonprofits, churches, and youth sports teams populated with thousands of products. For example, when items are purchased from your child's school site, 50% of the profits go back to your kid's school. Inspire.world is creating a culture of fundraising where organizations, such as your kid's school, are constantly generating revenue simply from consumers purchasing items from that school site. Please visit our website to learn more.
And joining me now is Dan Barrett with Inspire.world. Dan, welcome.
Thanks, Sue. Thanks for having us today.
So tell us a bit more.
Sure. What our organization does is we provide a no-cost fundraising solution to organizations, military charities, things of the like. The money is a one-way relationship. Us to you, we work with you. We're an extension of your team. We provide services, marketing capabilities, an extension of the team that you have. We bring all the skill sets. We're corporate refugees is the best way to say it. Work for large corporations. We did a lot of things. We did not have value or I would say purpose in what we were doing. I worked for Hewlett Packard 18 years, ran a big P&L, ran the Americas, APJ, and part of Europe, $1.057 billion P&L. But there's no satisfaction in doing something like that because we're not helping anybody. We're making corporations very rich, very successful. We have found a way here with our platform and our capabilities to provide a socially driven purchase that allows the mission of the organization that we're helping to prosper. And if we do this correctly, like I said, as the extension, then we allow them to grow and continue to give additional service outside the current community they serve, again, at no cost, again, with a full team sitting behind you to help you.
Excellent. And here's a bit more info on that. And any last thoughts? We're going to hop on popcorning to the next.
Real quickly, any veteran or active service military spouse, we can offer a position to you, employment, at sales jobs at inspire.world. And there is no limit. It's 100% remote. We'll train you to be successful, and we will take as many people as we want to do that. It'll allow people to be successful.
Excellent. And I know this big code that's in front of you right now, it will take you to more information so you can learn more. And I'm so thankful, Dan, that you're able to join us here today and give us the inspiration that you guys are with inspire.world. Thank you so much, Dan.
Thank you.
And next up, we do have Anthony Sorelli joining us. He is with Nonprofit TV, and it is so great how he is going about with programming just like this telethon on television screens in businesses all over the marketplace. Anthony, welcome.
Hey, how's it going?
Great. So glad you are here.
Thank you. I just want to say, how inspiring it is to see so many great people doing so much great work. Down here in South Texas, you don't bump into people that often that are in the same vein that want to do that kind of work. And now we've got so many people here. It's just, I couldn't be happier to see that. It's great. So as far as what we do with Nonprofit TV, like Sue said, our platform, our channel exists in the public space. So for Denny's restaurants, for example, Golden Corral, True Value hardware stores, we have dedicated televisions that we install there. And, we like to highlight, we have news, weather, sports. We have some things for the venues where they make money, so they like us. And then we have sponsors, hopefully, that help fund it all a little bit. But we wanted to give a real focus to charities and nonprofits, and a lot of those, happen to be veterans organizations. And, we've had a nice impact. We started small, one little city. It grew to some other ones now. We're in most major cities all over Texas. And we're hoping to expand this model, nationwide to help even more people. And most of our staff and most of our volunteers and people that work with us happen to be veterans. We're all mission oriented. We like to get things done. So we did it kind of quietly. We didn't have a lot of help. We just put our heads down and decided we were going to make this happen. So it's just great to see so many other people out here that maybe we can share this idea with, and and see how much bigger we can make it and how much more of an impact we can make. So I just want to tell you what a great program. I know this isn't easy to put together. I think it's fantastic, and I hope you reach the goals that you're after.
Excellent. Thank you so much for joining us, Anthony. This is an honor to have you in the house here with us with Nonprofit TV. Thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you. Good luck, everyone. Bye-bye.
So next up, we have a very, very unique individual joining us. We have Bob Holmes with us today. Bob is a one-man volleyball team. Believe it or not, he is part of part of Ripley's. Believe it or not, I cannot believe all the things that he has accomplished in what he has done. He is in their records because he has played more games than any athlete in the history of the world in any sport. Over 20,000 games he has played, and he has beaten, I'll get this, by himself. He has beaten other professional sport athletes. He's beaten the Minnesota Vikings, the Pittsburgh Steelers, Miami Dolphins, Washington Redskins, Toronto Blue Jays, and so many more. He actually has appeared in over 5,800 gymnasiums and in front of over 5 million people over the course of time with doing this, and has been featured on many news outlets. Bob, thank you so much for being here. Tell us a little bit about what you are passionate about.
Well, first of all, I'm passionate about you and Kurt and others on the team, because you know who the real heroes are? The heroes are the helping the heroes. And that's what you're all about. And I honestly, people who risk their lives for our country ought to be, paid more than an NBA player. And my thought is that the heroes ought to be seen as the real heroes, not someone who throws a ball through a hoop and a blown up pig around a football field. It ought to be the real heroes. And my heart goes out because I'm seeing young people commit suicide more in 1 year than what died in COVID in the whole world. And a boy wrote me an email. He was going to hang himself on his birthday. Imagine it. He said, I want to make a point. I want to end my life on my birthday. And then he wrote me, because of my being in his school and giving the gospel at night, he said, I want you to know today was the day I was going to make an announcement to the whole world. and by killing myself on my birthday because nobody cared, but instead I asked Christ to save me on my birthday instead. And that one email makes it worth it. I've done military bases. I see the heartache of the guys and girls that are in military. And again, if there's one thing that we ought to leave with everybody watching this, is let's support the real heroes. The ones that, like the police and fire, as I say many times, in the communities that risk their lives for us. And so my thought goes out to everybody. Now, I haven't played more games than anybody in the world because I love sports. I did it because I wanted to get the attention of people toward the real heroes. And my thought is, please support this. Think of the heartbreak that veterans go through. PSD. I have a friend of mine that works for the World Chamber of Commerce, and he helps market what I do. And Inspire.world, I loved hearing them on here. They're all behind the mission. Why? Because we want heroes to be the ones that are seen and helped and supported. And unfortunately, the what I saw in the military bases is the very same thing that I'm saying now. Unbelievable amounts of suicide, but thank God Jesus Christ can bring hope, and that's why I want to get out there and why I've done what I've done.
Awesome. Bob Holmes, thank you so much for everything you do. You are amazing and you're an inspiration and you are doing great work. Thank you so much, Bob.
Well, let me just.
And we have coming up next, and actually we are going to popcorn right through because I have a lineup coming yet that I am so excited for. Next up, I have Ben Rusk. Ben is from Virginia Beach, Virginia, enjoys helping people all over the world looking for treasure and ending up with gold and silver. He speaks to business groups every week on the topic of gold and silver, wealth, and having enough money to live the rest of your life. Ben Rusk is easily found on his website, I did it again. I always flip it because I keep talking about gold and silver. It is silvergoldlegacy.com. And now everybody will remember that. Welcome, Ben. We love you.
Hi, Susan. Glad to be here. Hi, everybody. Like Susan said, my name is Staff Sergeant Ben Rusk. I served in 9.5 years in the U.S. Air Force, and I'm excited to participate in today's event to recognize all service members and their contributions to our great country. So many of our fellow veterans do not make the transition successfully. My son was one of those who did not. That is why it was with great pleasure that I support Project Die Hard, the Veterans First initiative, as I know firsthand how difficult it can be to re-enter the civilian workforce. We need to support all service members by giving them priority when opportunities arise. That is why I'm here today to offer all service members an opportunity to work with me in the gold and silver industry to become financially free as an independent business owner. With this opportunity, you will have complete time freedom, be able to choose your own hours, and spend time with your family while building a financial legacy for yourself, your family, and future generations. If you're curious and want to learn more, reach out to me and I'll share all the details. And for each person that enrolls with me today, I will donate $20 to the Veterans First Initiative. Again, for more information, reach out to me at 253-248-4000 or visit my website at silvergoldlegacy.com.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Ben. Thank you for your service and all that you continue to contribute to this awesome experience. You're amazing. Thank you.
Absolutely. I wish you all the best of luck in our endeavors today. So thank you for having me on the show.
Thank you. And next up, we have actually several wonderful people coming on in here. So let's go on over to Miss Nancy Wright joining us today. Nancy, how are you today? She is
I'm good. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much for having me, Sue. Hey, the Vets First Initiative is a powerful organization, and I'm so happy to support it. Thank you for having me. I hope others will join in and get behind this important cause. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about brain health. Here we go. Chronic stress and excess belly fat are directly linked to brain shrinkage. As you can see below, it's normal sized brain, but we're under stress for a long time, it can shrink the brain. An unhealthy waist size increases our health risk. So a target waist size for men is less than or equal to 40 inches. And a target waist size for women is less than or equal to 35 inches. So the bigger the belly, the smaller the brain. I hate to tell you that. It's true. So then our next slide, here's two pictures. On the left, you're going to see a healthy brain. Don't worry about the color. What I really want you to look at is how smooth it is. So a healthy brain on the left side, it looks smooth with full and symmetrical blood flow and activity. But on the right, you see an unhealthy brain. So as you can see, you're going to see a lot of holes in it. It looks kind of bumpy. An unhealthy brain has low blood flow and poor activity because of damage from substance and alcohol abuse. It's quite a shocker. The next slide, I'm going to talk a little bit about brain health foods. But while I do that, look in the bottom right-hand corner and take a minute to scan me, because you're going to get the top brain boosting foods. Let me start with berries on the top left. They call that the brain berry because it's associated with delayed cognitive aging. And then, of course, you want your omega-3s, such as walnuts. Walnut actually looks like a brain, so that's easy, right? And then you've got your ground flaxseed. Yep. Also, strawberries, broccoli, and B12 supplements to prevent cognitive deficit. And at the bottom of this, saffron and curcumin are generally safe and they're easy to find as supplements, but it's always a good idea to check with your healthcare provider first. So that's the Brain Healthy Foods. And you can find me at my website, www.nancythehealthcoach.com. That's NANCY, the health, HEALTH, COACH.com. And my email below is nancythehealthcoach@gmail.com. NANCYTHEALTH@gmail.com. And my phone number is 442-500-4794. Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you so much, Nancy. I love all the information, and we are talking brain health. And speaking of brain topics, we've got some more friends that are joining us here. I have the wonderful Maury Zelkovich coming on in. He is the master with brain entrainment. Come on in and talk to us just for a minute. We're coming up on the end, so please share what it is that brain entrainment all is.
Sure. First of all, thanks a lot, Susan, for inviting me to be here today. I just wanted to mention that I'm not a veteran, but I'm here because I appreciate what the vets have done. You know, people ask me, why do I support Project Die Hard? It's because I want to support those who supported me without even knowing who I am. And that's really why I'm here. So I'm a neuroscientist. I'm what I call a brainwave entrainment expert. And I have a system, a series of systems actually called Mind Trainer Pro. Hey, I even pointed in the right direction. That shows you a healthy brain in action right there. And one of the things that we're doing is through Mind Trainer Pro, and you're going to hear from Jason McNamara soon as well, is that we have a system that has been specifically designed for veterans and experiences that they go through in order to help them to help themselves. And it's simple. Put on a pair of headphones, close your eyes, hit play. Nothing to study, nothing to research, nothing to read, and nothing to do. You can even have a nap while you're experiencing this, and everything happens automatically. There's natural facets of the human brain, something called the frequency following response. It's the same thing that happens when you listen to music you like, and you start bopping without trying to and tapping your toes. So that's why I'm here. I'm here to make a difference, to give back to those who have given so much to me without even knowing who I am.
Excellent. Thank you so much for being here. And like you said, we do have Jason McNamara in the background. I'm going to add him on in here. Jason, welcome. How are you today?
Hey, blessed to be here. Good to see Suzanne and Maury. Hey, everybody.
He grew up poor, but didn't enjoy it. He served in the Navy as a prison guard in Guantanamo Bay and assisted with CIA interrogations. escaped the rat race and overcame PTSD, and now he helps others do the same. Jason, over to you.
Let's go. Yeah, through the No More 9 to 5 Club, the No More 9 to 5 Foundation, and partnering with people like Maury to create Mind Trainer Pro, we've made a real impact in a lot of people's lives. So with the brain entrainment that Maury's bringing to the table, it's revolutionary, and we give it away for free to all veterans. Yes, we're willing to sell it to the government too, but we totally want to make sure we're actually serving our brothers and sisters. So after the military, I worked at the state of Florida for a few years, helping veterans overcome barriers to employment. So I have a unique set of skills to actually help our brothers and sisters transition financially as well. The club already has a free membership for everybody. The nonprofit pushes out a lot of our free value. And I as well want to invite anybody that ever comes in, even if you're a civilian, because we have services for y'all as well, to mention Project DieHard or the Veterans First Initiative so that we can make sure that they're getting any credit for any purchases you make. We have systems with Maury with Mind Trainer Pro for everybody from athletes to sales to business to just health and wellness, even weight loss and menopause. So the potential of this technology is truly unlimited. And in the No More 9 to 5 Club, we also serve people that want to retire early through the 3 foundational pillars of wealth, well-being, and wisdom. And for anybody in business, we can help with lead generation, automation, virtual assistants, basically delegating so you don't have to wear all the hats in your business. So that is the high level version. It's our pleasure to continue to serve y'all. You gave up a lot when you signed on the dotted line. So if you need the help, ask for it. It's worth it. I would not be where I am today if I did not ask for help or take it when it's offered. So thank you so much for having me. Let's keep going. Let's keep shining.
Excellent. Maury, Jason, you guys are both doing amazing things. Can't thank you enough for being here. And we highly encourage people to get in touch and understand and learn more of what you guys do. I know you partner up a lot and have some great things happening. So again, thank you so much both for being here. And next up we have, oh my gosh, Tim Richardson is joining us. He's a wonderful gentleman that I get the pleasure of seeing on Friday mornings. We have a corporate prayer session. He is an Army veteran, a business owner, and a pastor. Tim, welcome. And Brownie, thank you for joining us too.
Yeah, Brownie's my sidekick. 6-year veteran of marriage with me. Anyway, we, Tim and Brownie Richardson, we're the founders of Hope Advanced with a D on it. Started a little over 6 years ago. And our byline is that we work with the broken, busted, and disgusted, helping people to their best life, regardless of the background, the reason, veteran, not a veteran. They made a mistake, somebody else did. It doesn't make any difference. When people try to get back on the right track, there are many organizations out there to help them, but most of them have a clipboard or an electronic file, and we have a conversation. And that doesn't make us better, but we're adding to the success rate. So we want to help people get back on the right track. From a faith-based standpoint, which we are a faith-based organization, it's to build the kingdom of God. But from a common sense standpoint, as a United States citizen, is to help people get back on their feet and pay taxes again, please, okay? In the meantime, we just don't charge people at all. No cost, no obligation, as long as they need us. We work with other nonprofits within our organization. We've got about a 6,000 square foot facility that we use for our Sunday afternoon church each Sunday, but at the same time, it's used throughout the week and throughout the month for various, not necessarily nonprofit, some for-profit things. We actually are getting ready to start, getting ready, but have already started, had a group that's using our facility called Confidence and Hope, which is peer recovery coaching. And some of those are veterans. Some of them are people just coming out of life's messes. But again, it just boils down to this. We believe this. People need to have other people come alongside of them and help them to their best life. We have a business we started over 3 years ago, a handyman landscaping and cleaning business. And we got a name called Please Don't Do It Yourself. And we think that applies to Hope Advanced. Thanks for having us on.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Tim. Tim, Brownie, you guys are amazing. And it's a pleasure to have you here. You're doing great work. Good people surrounding us everywhere. Thank you. And I think we have one loose item on the table, quite literally on the table. We have Angeline still to finish up her last piece of the whole puzzle here. We've been drooling all along, and now for the final, let's see what she has in store for us.
Yes, guys. Now I am going to plate for you. Now I am going to plate for you. So I'm going to be putting on some steak on top of this for you guys so you guys can see. And let me tell you, it is so yummy. It tastes so good because, you know, I have to taste it before I put it on as well. So this steak tastes so good, guys. And I'm going to taste more of it and I'm going to let you guys see. And I'm going to try to get some peppers to put on top. Get some peppers to put on top here. And then I'm just going to take it out of this for you guys to see. Okay, let me put some more here. Some more peppers. Okay. And now we're going to do a taste test. We're going to taste because I know this is what you guys have been waiting for. It's so good.
There.
I know you guys are not here, but I'm telling you, this is so good.
Oh my goodness. So this again is Angeline Gray with the Maroon Cafe, our very own executive chef and proud member of Project Die Hard. Thank you so much, Angeline, for joining us and for all this.
Good, guys. Thank you. Please, guys, make sure you go to the QR code up there and make sure you donate to our veterans. Please, please.
Excellent.
Thank you, guys.
Your support is so appreciated. Thank you so much. And we have one more guest joining us, and then we'll be heading over to Fob Rush. Anissa Hudek is joining us. I am so happy to have you here. We've met actually not all that long ago, and you've been an inspiration. And come on in and tell us a bit of what you do.
Well, thank you first for having me here. I'm super excited. I love this initiative. I am a daughter of a non-vet and a 23 and a half year military spouse. So yeah, I know all about this, and I'm so excited to be here. I am the founder of Phoenix Women, where I get to work with traumatized women in their pursuit of healing. I specialize working with sexual trauma, and we know that many of the women who unfortunately commit suicide, you know, that 22 a day, actually have a lot of sexual trauma due to their military experience. And so I help women move trauma out of their bodies and out of their unconscious. And the beauty is they don't have to talk about it.
Amazing. Thank you so much for what you do. And I know you've been involved here with what we've done with Project Die Hard. You've been a guest with us there. I know there's lots of ways to find out more about what you're doing. Thank you for what you do and how you help people. It is needed, and you are an inspiration to many. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on here. I still live here at Fort Riley, you know, Manhattan, Kansas, where the livestock outnumber the people, home of the Big Red One for Fort Riley folks. And, you know, I'm still connected to the community and I love what I do. So, you know, feel free, use the QR codes, not only donate, but check out my website. And if I can be of service to you, please let me know.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And last but not least, we do get one more chance to go back and find out what is happening here at Fob Rush. Welcome back, Brian.
Hey, folks. I'm just going to stand here for about 15 seconds and let you hear what veterans are going to hear and see what veterans are going to see. All right, guys. Did you feel that presence, that peacefulness? This is the rest of Bob Rush. The pond, the walking trails. This is why we put our facilities in rural areas, for veterans to come to a quiet place, sit, talk, support one another. There's just so much my brothers and sisters need. And everybody goes, how do you know that? Well, I was a medic. So I know how to take care of my brothers and sisters, veterans, both mentally and physically. Because physical wounds, the mental healing starts on the battlefield. I can't tell you how many times I've had to inspire a guy right before I put him on the helicopter. Okay. But your donation to Project Die Hard would be such a blessing for us to get forward operating base Rush completed. We will build another one in another state, because we will build one in every state. But we need the community to step up and understand that you can hate war, but not the warrior. If you do anything from this telethon, yes, donate, please. Support all those who support our mission. You can find them all on projectdiehard.org. Give them all a thank you, a God bless. Do what you can to tell everybody about this mission, because God has the person out there that can make this happen. They just haven't heard of us yet. So back to you.
Yeah, that's we've said often, we do not want to be the best kept secret. We need people to know what's going on. We need people to understand the issue. There's a real issue. Our veterans need our help. We need to be able to support those who have supported us. They put their lives on the line for us. They've done things that we can't even think of. They need our help. That's what this telethon is all about. That's what Project Die Hard is all about. Giving back, giving hope to veterans. We have so much that we need to acknowledge, that we need to think about, because I think that's part of it. We take it for granted. When's the last time you really thought about the part that, hey, there's how many thousands and thousands of people in the military right now, not with their families. They're not at home. They're not where we are right now. I'm in the luxury of being able to stand here and talk to you. I have this freedom to be able to share all of this because of what our soldiers have done, and being able to provide that for us. We need to remember that. We need to be thankful for that and stop taking it for granted. They made a difference for us, whether you thought about it until today or not. I think we all know, but we don't take that moment to just step back and think about it and acknowledge it. Say a prayer, share this out. There's that QR code up in the corner that says donate now. Continue sharing that out. This telethon is today. It doesn't end today. This continues. This is just the beginning. And actually, even as far as this telethon goes, we are only at the halfway point. Do you realize what's still up to come next? We've already traveled through Toronto. We enjoyed all the things with Jay Stoyan and the Disability Channel. You've had your 2 hours here with us, which we are so thankful for. I'm grateful for all these amazing people that have come on and joined in this effort. Next, we head over to Phoenix, and they are the ones that are taking care of all the behind the scenes pieces and making this hum and tick and making it so you guys can see this. They've got a great event going on there for the next 2 hours. And after that, it heads on back over to Los Angeles with Richie Honori, with Jesse Moore, and all of the big talent, the interviews. There is so much yet to come. Stay with us. Get all of this in. Scan it now, share it out. We're only halfway there. Bring us home the rest of the way and continue this. Share, share, share. Make this what it needs to be, supporting our veterans and doing all our best. Again, my name is Sue Roskoff with Project Die Hard, and we thank you.
Okay,
And
we
for those that
clear?
are here, we are clear, and we are still, actually, I am still live streaming to our platforms. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that we are off of the main channel here with what was going over to Phoenix, but
Okay.
we are still going on our platforms because I still have some videos that I did not get to. So I'm going to go ahead and play those. So did you have anything else you want to share while we have you here first?
Hey guys, girls, the telethon was great. That got us out to 39 million people. But our people, Project Die Hard, the time is now. Step up. We need you. We need you to pray for the mission, share the mission, volunteer. And if you can, become that monthly patron. That telethon will do great things here. But that's a drop in the bucket of the continued support we need. And it takes the whole team to do this. From the bottom of my heart, from Fob Rush, Die Hard 6 out.
Awesome. Thank you, Brian, for all you do. This is amazing. I have more messages that we did not have enough time to get to. I'm going to go ahead and share those with you now. So here is the first one. We would like to welcome Debbie Hayes with Deb's Pets to the telethon. Debbie Hayes is a very long-time friend of Project Die Hard. We are so glad for her support and all the things that she does to promote and do great things with Project Die Hard. Debbie, welcome in. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you, Sue. Yes, I found out about Project Die Hard from Sue and Kurt Roskoff, ambassadors for the program. And I think it is so important that we find good, solid nonprofits to support that show support for our veterans. Our veterans give us our freedom, and we definitely need to pay them back. So the founder of Project Die Hard, Brian, has a vision of having breakfasts and facilities in all 50 states. So I decided that working on a facility was above my pay grade, but I can do a breakfast. I can organize a breakfast, and especially with a committee to help me. So we are working on that. We're working on that so that we can have it in Tucson, Arizona, which we think will be an excellent place. There is a base here. A lot of veterans come back when they retire because they like the weather here. So we should have a good turnout for that. Yes, debspets.com. We use a mushroom to allow the body to heal itself, not a mushroom that'll make you high. And I have on the Great Discovery, and you see the link right there, the Great Discovery. I have some courses that explain a little bit more about mushrooms in general, and then about the specific mushroom that we use here and what makes it so special for our pets and for our humans, as far as optimal immune support or all the way to catastrophic illnesses. Just an amazing thing. So debspets.com, and don't forget to donate to projectdiehard.com. Thank you for listening.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Debbie. I know our own dog loves the wonderful things that we get from debspets.com. Can't thank you enough for all the support you give this organization. I'm excited to see where this telethon goes this weekend. This is going to be a lot of fun, and we definitely need more people like you in the mix, because you stepped up right away and said, I can do this. There's something here that I can make a difference. And thank you, and God bless. So glad to have you here as part of the Project Die Hard team.
Thank you, Sue.
I'm Swami Tirtha, an independent distributor of the LifeWave patches. I'm honored to talk with you about these wellness patches that have helped so many veterans. We have testimonies from veterans from the Korean War right up to present times. They report wearing the patches has helped them with pain relief, improved sleeping, improved brain clarity, improved emotional well-being, and release of traumatic stress, to name a few benefits. In one case, we had a Marine who blew out 7 of his discs in the war. He was in pain, he was in a wheelchair. He started to patch. Eventually, he found that the cartilage grew back in his spine, and he was able to get out of the wheelchair and get out of pain. This is the patch. You put it on in the morning, wear it for 12 hours, take it off at night. Tomorrow, put on a new patch. Once a veteran starts feeling better, moving around, not in pain, others see the results and want to know what's going on. Or you may tell people, you won't believe what happened. Well, with LifeWave, you also have an opportunity to become an independent distributor like me. You can just naturally share from your heart what the patches have done for you and actually sign people up, help people out, and earn a living helping other people feel better. I can't think of a better life. Do good, get good. Earn enough initially to pay for your patches, and as you help more and more people, you begin to earn a lucrative income part-time, and it's a home-based business. My father was in the Navy in World War II, and it's my honor to serve those who've served this country. I invite you to contact me, join my team, and I help you help your buddies, help your families feel better, and get an economic footing in your entrepreneurial business. You can contact me at orangecowboy.com. Thank you. God bless.
And those are a couple of wonderful messages that we had hoped to share during the show, but it flies. This has been amazing. And you know what? We do still have another friend that was in here earlier. Dan Barrett is back with us. We do have more that we can share with Inspire.world. And I'm going to go ahead and bring Dan in to continue our conversation. Dan, welcome back. How are you?
Thanks for having me again, Sue.
You bet. Well, I know you had more to share, so I want to give you a chance to go ahead and bring forward what we didn't have time. We just had a snippet so far, so if you want to go ahead and continue with some more information, that would be lovely.
Sure. I guess I would start with this. The platform we offer is truly a no-cost solution to everybody, giving them the ability to raise funds and extend their mission within their community. We've helped Brian, we've helped Kurt, and a lot of people that Kurt and Sue know. Some of the speakers on the call have taken up on our platform, but our intent is not to do anything other than that doing good mantra, which is our company motto. How do we help as many people as we can? How do we allow them to prosper? How do we allow them to serve their mission within the group or the community that they serve so that they can expand it outside that community? And it's our intent to do that in any manner that anyone sees fit. There is never any money that's inbound to us. It's always outbound to you. And we will be an extension of your team, marketing, sales, whatever questions you have. And we treat your customers, your constituents, your supporters as if they were our own.
Excellent. And everything I have heard, everything I've seen has been amazing. This is a platform. I know Kurt had mentioned that it reminds me of like what the Amazon Smile program used to be like, where literally go to your website to purchase, use Inspire.world to do your purchasing through there, because it automatically supports a mission that you support.
Correct.
How many wins are there?
Yeah, the only delta between Smiles and us is Smiles gave less than 1 percentage point of profits back to the organization. We buy things just like Amazon off distributors, direct manufacturers, And instead of it going into distribution, going to multiple warehouses, people marking it up, doing things like that, we take it direct off the end of the manufacturing line, drop ship it right to the customer. We split the profits 50-50, but within our 50%, we cover the hosting fees, the transaction fees, the security, the credit card processing, all the things that would nickel and dime or reduce the amount of money that would go to the organization. And then in doing so, it maximizes dollars outbound to that organization so that as purchases are made on their behalf, as things go, people purchasing throughout the entire year, it becomes an annuity that is meant to augment or backstop your budget, but it is paid to you on a monthly basis. You don't have to wait for a year. It's 30 days after purchases are made, money shows up inside your bank account.
I love it. How simple is that? And and it goes beyond that. Tell us a little bit about how things can have your organization's logo on them.
Sure. What we do is we take any organization's logo, like Brian's with Project Die Hard, and we can put it on t-shirts, hats, hoodies, coffee mugs, travel coffee mugs, water bottles, phone cases, bucket hats, whatever you want. We even have an organization that has floor mats going into the building that has their logo on it. Whatever you desire, we can put your logo on it and then share that out. And that's, again, a 50-50 rev share on the profits, and we cover all the cost. It's called cost of goods sold. All the expenses that you incur during the transaction are covered out of our 50% on the back end.
Amazing. And I know we had a graphic that we had brought up earlier, but we didn't have it up for very long. Well, how about I go ahead and share this again? Do you want to touch a little bit on what we're seeing here?
Sure. These are all the vehicles that we have. We have the custom merchandise, the everyday products. We have travel. We also have a discount app that sits out there. The discount app, you pay $40 for it. It has 2 million discounts all throughout the United States. Your supporter would do it. This isn't something that an organization has to buy, but your supporters would buy it. And they usually get anywhere from $1,200 to $1,800 back on that $40 purchase in annualized savings if they do not travel. If they do travel, they can save up to $5,000 on an annualized basis for that $40 investment. The renewal rates on this are off the charts, so that people are going to want to renew the next year. That creates part of that annuity for you. And out of every $40 purchase, $15 goes back to the organization. We're trying to see if we can move that up to $1,750 or $20, but there are contractual obligations that we are in the middle of negotiating to allow us to raise it and give more to the organization.
Wow, being able to save that kind of money is incredible.
Yeah, I'll give you an example, Sue. I priced out here in Chicago 2 weeks ago. AC/DC was in concert. I went to Ticketmaster. Ticketmaster per ticket, same rows, same seats, were $341. I went through the app, pulled up the app for the same exact row, same exact seat, same exact event. It was $214, 127 delta per ticket. And you also have access to every pro sports team that's out there, inclusive of NASCAR. You have every NCAA every NCAA game you have discounts at. You have discounts off cars, off MSRP. Costco and Sam's membership, $40, pays for itself right there. You have most major retail places, whether it be male, female, or unisex. And you have restaurants, fine dining, all the way down to fast food.
Wow. Okay, so tell us again, how do we get there? Where do we go to be able to participate in this?
There is a QR code down on the bottom of that. That'll take you to the site registration. It takes you 3 to 5 minutes to fill out the registration. You need a copy of your logo so we can put it on the custom gear, a banner picture that we would put on top of the website, a mission statement. Why are you raising the funds that you're raising? So people have an understanding of that. And then you fill out the rest of the information, your contact, email, address, phone number, so on and so forth. Agree to the terms and conditions. And within 24 to 48 hours, we have the website up for you. Now that means you can start propagating that. But to make sure the propagation is done correctly, we work with you in a marketing perspective to give you what's called search engine optimized post emails that are pre-written that you can send to your supporters. It can go on any of your social media platforms, giving you the ability to not get filtered, not get throttled, to allow you to propagate your site out to the people that want to support you. And the aspect would be, I love capitalism. It's the best economic system that's out there. But Jeff Bezos doesn't need a small yacht to go to his big yacht or a helicopter to go out to his big yacht. I would rather that the funds go to tens of thousands, if not millions, of small organizations within their local community, have the money stay within the community to be spent within the community so it supports people within that community.
Such an amazing concept. This is something that I think is going to catch on quickly, as it should, because there is no downside here. It can only help what everybody is doing. It can only be of benefit to our programming, and all of these organizations, a lot of the ones that were on with us today, we all need sources of income to do these nonprofit things that we're doing. Without funding, where are we? You know, we have our time that we can share, which we need that too, but to really make the big push, the big difference along the way, you need the funds to be able to do that. And one person purchasing is a start, but we need these organizations to then share this out and have thousands of people purchasing through them. And now you're talking some major financial impact for that organization. Very simple, very doable.
And as I stated before, I will hire as many veterans as need a position and work. There's no limit to where you're located. It's a remote position. I will fully teach you how to be successful, how to propagate, how to move from where you are now to economic independence for either you and or you and your family, and do it in such a manner that I could show you within 3, 4, 5 months you are on solid ground. You're not on sand as far as finances. And more importantly, you get a tremendous amount of satisfaction in helping other people, having that funding source, because the person who does funding for any nonprofit, any military charity, whatever it happens to be, 80% of his or her time is chasing the dollar. If you can reduce that by 50, 60, 70% by putting a vehicle like this in place, now they focus on their mission. Now they help the community more. Now more people are getting the benefit of what they provide.
Amazing. Again, how many ways can you win, right? This is something that is very practical and doable for our organizations. And we all know, whether we're involved in an organization ourselves or our neighbor or our friends, we all belong to different groups that this could make a big difference for. So take a moment and think about this, look at this, fill out that form. Like I said, it only takes a few minutes for an organization to be part of this. So anything else you want to share with us?
The only other thing I would say, let's say a military charity had 4 major initiatives throughout the year. And rather than figure out how you're going to allocate, is it 25%? Does one get 20, another gets 30, so on and so forth, whatever the allocation. We could spin up one main site for the military charity and then 4 subsequent, what we call children underneath that would be each focused on each initiative. And in doing so, the price model before was we don't charge you anything. Well, when I add the 4 children to the mix, I'm not here to nickel and dime you. I'm here to help you and propagate and continue your mission. If we extend more than one within an organization, the cost model and structure still remains 0. And you will get all the help from our team, not only on that one site, but all the subsequent sites that are there.
Amazing.
If anybody also brings referrals into the network, we can remunerate that individual so that we recognize the fact we would not have that referral except for that individual bringing it to the table. All you have to do is ask and we will take care of it.
Excellent. Thank you so much. I know you had provided another QR code for me. Where does that one go? I can pull that up and share that as well.
That QR code also goes to the site creation. It's just you click on that gets the URL to the form that was on the same as the bottom. The only thing that is different, I didn't have a QR code for, was sales jobs at inspire.world. That is where you go if you'd like a job. And I'm very serious. If one person comes in, I'd be happy. If 1,000 people came in, I would be elated. And I will find work for them and I will find income for each one of those 1,000 as well.
thank you so much for what you're doing. You truly are making a difference. We need more people like you coming on out and showing how it takes one, it takes a person to do the right thing. And collectively, we can make a massive difference. What you're doing and what Inspire World is doing is making a big difference, a massive difference. And that is an offer that people should look at, not just the fundraising side, but that you have the ability to have jobs. This is amazing. Please.
And I can convert them, Sue, within 3 to 4 months to full-time salary, benefits, and commission.
This is good. This is so good. Thank you so much, Dan, for all you're doing here. Again, inspire.world is where you can find out more information. Dan, you've been wonderful to be here today and stick around and have a chance to get more information here for everyone. And so again, if somebody wants to reach out, where are they going to go?
www.inspire.world. And if you'd like the sales positions, sales jobs at inspire.world. It'll come to an inbox that I manage, and I will work with you very quickly to turn around and get you going, earning some money with us.
Awesome. Dan, thank you again so very much for being here with us. I know we'll be in touch. We have been already, and we will continue because this is the way to go. So thanks again, Dan.
Thank you very much, Sue.
You bet. And we will be glad to share that out. If anybody missed any information, reach out to us, Susan at projectdiehard.org. You can always reach my way as well to find out more information about any of the groups, any of the people that you met here today. And with that, I do have another video that I'm going to go ahead and pull up and share with everyone, a message from our very own Zach Clayton.
Hi there. My name is Zach Clayton. I'm the president and founder of Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care, and the PAC channels. I want to thank everyone for allowing us to be part of the Veterans First Initiative. This is very important to us because although I am not a veteran, I care deeply about how we, as the civilian part of the community, the civilian sector in our community, how we can take and support those who put their lives on the line, who have put their lives on the line, and who may feel left out. Look, we expect them to go off and do what they do and come home and be who they were before. And that's just not the way it's going to be. Let me put it this way. Are you the same person as when you were 18? Now, of course, any of you who are 19, you can say, well, pretty much, yeah, but you're not going to be when you get a little bit older. Imagine being in a situation where you were in charge of someone else's life, someone else's well-being. It's going to change you. It's going to make you grow up real fast. I believe that if we are able to have events like this, if you were to join us for the 22-hour podcast on February 22nd of every year on the PAC channels, however you can support veterans like Project Die Hard, like doing things that just support our veterans, the homelessness, just making sure that they're doing okay, checking on a veteran in your life, checking on a community hero in your life every day, making sure they're okay. We can make lives better. I know a lot of times that we think money is the only thing we can do, and you're wrong there. There are so many different things that you can do to support. Like I was mentioning earlier, when was the last time you just picked up a phone call? You made picked up a phone and made a phone call to somebody that you haven't talked to in a while. Little steps make the biggest difference. Doing little things that mean absolutely nothing to you can mean the life of someone else. I ask you to please join us at communitypayitforward.us. Once again, that's communitypayitforward.us. If you join us, you can see what we do. One of the things that we build our program around is asking you to shop with any of our wonderful partners, our giving partners. When you make a purchase through them, They give us a referral, and that referral gets donated back anywhere from 70 to 90% to organizations like Project Die Hard. We don't put any limitations on where that money goes. So Project Die Hard can use that for what they need. And it's a very simple process. We ask you to shop with any of our partners, take a picture of the receipt, and attach it to whoever you want to support. Programs that really deserve your help, like Project Die Hard. Again, my name is Zach Clayton. I am the president and founder of Community Pay It Forward, and you can visit us at communitypayitforward.us. Thank you for your time, and I hope to see you soon. And to everybody at the Veterans First Initiative, good luck. Sorry I couldn't be here live, but good luck today. And to all of our veterans, thank you so very much for all of your sacrifice. Thank you so very much for your service. And if there's ever anything we can do to help you, please contact me at Zach, that's ZAK, at communitypayitforward.us. Once again, that's Zach at communitypayitforward.us, or you can use my QR code above, which is my card. It is my digital business card. You can get a hold of me there. Please, if there's anything that we can do to serve you because you've served us, we're here to help. Thank you very much. Enjoy your day. And thank you to Veterans First Initiative.